At this given point of time, the U.S. Army has only 16,000 soldiers and fewer than 200 companies, nearly all of which are stationed west of the Mississippi River. The Army was made up of trained career soldiers, yes, but the Civil War was on such a massive scale that the number of soldiers was insufficient to quell the rebellion. Almost immediately after the surrender of Fort Sumter, President Abraham Lincoln called for 75,000 volunteers to combat the rebellion and reunite the country by force on April 15, 1861. This angered the South even more. Roughly 820 West Point graduates were on active duty at the start of the war, 184 of whom were Southerners and resigned their commissions to join the Confederacy. Civilians who were formerly officers also returned to military service. 99 headed to Richmond, Virginia, which is holding secession talks at this very point in time. President Lincoln's call for volunteers reads as follows: Whereas the laws of the United States have been for some time past and now are opposed, and the execution thereof obstructed in the states of South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Florida, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Texas, by combinations too powerful to be suppressed by the ordinary course of judicial proceedings or by the powers vested in the marshals by law. Now therefore, I, Abraham Lincoln, President of the United States, in virtue of the power in me vested by the Constitution and the laws, have thought fit to call forth and hereby do call forth the militia of the several states of the Union to the aggregate number of 75,000 in order to suppress said combinations and to cause the laws to be duly executed. The details for this object will be immediately communicated to the state authorities through the War Department. I appeal to all loyal citizens to favor, facilitate, and aid this effort to maintain the honor, the integrity, and the existence of our national union, and the perpetuity of popular government, and to redress wrongs already long enough endured. I deem it proper to say that the first service assigned to the forces hereby called forth will probably be to repossess the forts, places, and properties which have been seized from the Union, and in every event the utmost care will be observed, consistently with the objects aforesaid, to avoid any devastation, any destruction of or interference with property, or any disturbance of peaceful citizens in any part of the country. I hereby command the persons composing the combinations aforesaid to disperse and retire peaceably to their respective abodes within 20 days from this date, deeming that the present condition of public affairs presents an extraordinary occasion. I do hereby, in virtue of the power in me vested by the Constitution, convene both houses of Congress. Senators and representatives are therefore summoned to assemble at their respective chambers at 12 o'clock at noon on Thursdays, the 4th day of July next, then and there to consider and determine such measures as in their wisdom, the public safety and interest may seem to demand.